apparently. Live at 5, let's check, we are live. Yeah, we're live. Right. Okay guys, welcome back to London. Welcome back to Robinson Co. It's the second time I've said that. I'm having real problems with the live streams at the moment. There's been an update to the Apple iOS and it's glitching on. Yeah, we do appear to be live for the second time. Basically, it's taken 2 attempts to go live. Really weird. Right, hopefully they'll fix it soon. We're annealing some gold wire. I made the gold wire. I started the process of making this gold wire. One of these in a live stream, we melted some gold, made an ingot, and the other one I made in a full-length video that I'm making about a new rolling mill we've got. So, which is nearly finished. I've had the rolling mill since last November, but I've just got around to unboxing it because I needed to film it. So, but anyway, we're annealing this gold wire. So I need to wrap it around the mandrel into a coil, make it slightly more compact, takes the heat better. We heat it up to a dull red and then quench it in the water, then in the pickle. So let me just wrap it around this. This has been going through a drawer. I rolled these out on rolling mills, old rolling mills and the new rolling mills, and now we're at the stage of going through this draw plate. This is going to be 1 mil wire, so I'm on about hole 17. I need to get down to hole 20 or 21. I do 2 holes and then anneal. That's why you have to use the rolling mills first. It would just take forever doing it on draw plates alone. The rolling mills are a little bit quicker. But the rolling mills are square, not round, so, right. There's a little bit of burrs on that. Let's deal with the burrs on that. I felt some rough areas. Just got snagged on the draw plate. There as well. I want to get rid of these now because I really want perfect wire when it gets to the final hole. So any marks or imperfections we just take out now. Just feel some rough spots. You can't really see them, I can just feel them. Wire's been fine up till this point. That's better. Right. Let's heat these up. I'm going to use 2 torches for this. I'm going to use a micro welder and the blazer torch. We'll get it up to a dull red, cherry red they call it. Hold it there for a little bit. I then let it cool down now, a touch. Basically, so I don't put it in the water when it's red hot. I had some issues with water, with silver taking on water, believe it or not. Like a sponge, and it was bringing out like a sponge when we put it through the rolling mill. I've got the light set super low in here, so hopefully it'll come out, the colour of the metal will come out on camera. The first one always takes a little bit longer than the second one because the heat block, these blocks do reflect the heat, but they also absorb a certain amount. So this one will take longer than the next one because the blocks will take up a fair amount of the heat, then they'll start reflecting it, but by the time we get to the next one, the block will be preheated. So the more of these you're doing, the quicker it gets each time because you're not heating up the block. You can use charcoal as well. We've got a charcoal block there. That's the kind of colour and temperature we want. I'll just hold it there for a little bit to make sure it is all fully annealed and all up to temperature. I think that'll do it. Take the flame off, let it cool down, just get so it's not red hot, like literally red hot. It'll still be a few hundred degrees hot, but not glowing. I'll wait for it to stop glowing, and then we can quench it in the water and then drop it in a pickle. Then next one. You'll see it's quite springy at the minute. Like once it's, you'll notice. Well, it might come out on camera, but it starts to basically collapse. That tension, that spring tension, as it softens, that comes out and it sinks. almost fully collapsed in on it now. Let's hold it here for a bit. At the moment this is about 1.3 mil. So you've got to be quite careful with the heat because it would be very easy to melt it with these two torches. Certainly reticulate it. It's pretty thin wire at this stage, but we've still got to get it down another 0.3 of a mil. I'll stop at about, the draw plate I'm using, the hole's about 1.05 mil. The following hole is below 1 mil, so I'll stop at about 1.05, which, because we're going to use these for 1 mil rings, so it gives us that 0.5 of a mil, gives us scope for manufacturing and polishing, and the rings still are above 1 mil. Even after we've polished them, they don't drop below 1 mil, which they could and probably would if we stopped at exactly 1 mil. You're going to take a fraction of a mil off polishing. It might only be 0.1 of a mil, but it's still 0.1 of a mil gone. Right, that'll do. Just let that cool down a touch. Right, that is it. That's how we anneal the gold wire. They'll go through another 2 holes on the draw plate, and then that process will have to be repeated every 2, maximum 3. I'm doing it every 2 at the minute. So what, we're on hole 17. We'll do 18, 19, anneal 20. I think it's 21s. I've got it written down. Hole 21 on this is 0.1.05, and then once they're at the right price, they then need annealing again before we manufacture. Otherwise, if we don't anneal it before we start forming the rings, when you go to solder them, the wire anneals, and it as you can see, when it relaxes, it moves. So if you don't anneal it before you start trying to solder it, soldering process, it anneals it before the solder flows, and what tends to happen is the metal relaxes. You end up having to do it twice. Right. Turn that microwave off. They'll take about 20 minutes in the pickle, and then we can do the next 2 holes on a draw plate. Right, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles.